G'day guys, Dan here from Epic Drives Western Australia. If you're new here, first of all, welcome. I'm hoping to give you some useful advice and inspire you to get off-road. It was in the making of our four-wheel drive adventures that it occurred to me that perhaps if I took a step back and talked about the basics of four-wheel driving, that it may help you if you're a beginner yourself and taking your first steps off the blacktop. So I'm hoping to inspire you, but more importantly, hopefully make it less intimidating for your very first time off-road. So here we go. Now, when I very first started going off-road, I pretty much learned the hard way. I just went straight off-road without any real idea about gear selection, how the mechanics of a car work, what gear to take, and I learned by getting into trouble. And there's nothing wrong with doing it that way. If that's how you like to learn things, then that's perfectly fine. And I just want to make it clear as well, I mean, I'm not claiming to be any sort of expert. I've only been four-wheel driving seriously off-road for the last 5 years. But what I'm hoping to do is share with you the basics of four-wheel driving and build from there. So I'm only going to share with you in this video just one tip, and this is for people who have never been off-road before. Now the tip is simply this: the first time that you go off-road, it's going to be a little bit daunting. It's going to feel a little bit unnatural. We're all used to driving on the road, and if you've got a new vehicle, the most important thing to do first of all is to drive it on road, to get used to just changing gears and how the car feels. If you've upgraded to a four-wheel drive from a smaller car, get used to its size and parking it, that sort of thing, so you get used to the width of your car and the length of your car. No matter how long you prepare for your first trip, it is going to be a little bit scary, and that's perfectly fine. And hopefully when you get back from your very first four-wheel drive trip, you'll have a sense of achievement and hopefully not an expensive repair bill on your car. The idea of your very first trip is to put yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone, but not too much at all, just simply driving on a dirt track, just quietly. I still do get a little bit worried when traveling off-road because things have gone south for me before, but hopefully when you get back from your first four-wheel drive trip, you won't have any incidences and you'll be hooked. The first thing to really get into your head is that your four-wheel drive was specifically built to drive off-road. In fact, the highway is not even its natural habitat. So I'm going to assume you've got your four-wheel drive, you're keen to get it dirty, and you've driven it on the road and you're familiar with it. The next step is to choose where you're going, and let me tell you this from experience. Guys who are right into their four-wheel driving will be more than happy to point you in the direction of a really challenging section of track, and they'll be keen to watch you try and tackle a section that even an experienced four-wheel driver with endless mods on their 4B would struggle with. So find a good mate, someone who can take you somewhere where it's relatively easy. Some suggestions might be a farm, a fire break track inside a national park. The idea here is to just simply not be on the bitumen. Don't even worry about engaging four-wheel drive if you're not ready for it, and hopefully the track that you drive won't even require it. Always go with at least one other vehicle when you're learning to drive off-road, even if that means joining a four-wheel drive club, which has the added benefit of introducing you to new people, and hey, you might even make some new friends. And always be honest with yourself. If you don't feel comfortable driving a section of track, well, don't do it, because at the end of the day, it's your vehicle, it's your safety. So if you live in Western Australia and you want some ideas on locations, check out epicdriveswesternaustralia.com, and if you've enjoyed watching this, smash the like button, share it with somebody if you think it might help them, and subscribe if you haven't already. While you're there, click the bell next to it so you get an alert when my next video's out. So that's it for the first episode of the new series. If you're new to four-wheel driving, your mission is to just get out there. Don't worry about having to engage four-wheel drive. Don't worry about putting yourself out on the hardest tracks. Just find somewhere easy, find somewhere where it's nice to go for lunch, nice view. Grab your family, grab your kids, grab your mates or 10 and get out there. And I'll see you again soon on Epic Drives Western Australia.